People should go see my Unauthorized movie musical because it is just such a wonderful opportunity to get a little escape from reality and have a little magic. I think it is important to be around experiences that cultivate a sense of hope, and especially during this time, I think now more than ever, we need to have more stories where things work out. I think we've got to keep believing. We've been so isolated as a civilization in many ways, and creating and coming out to the theater is a way to reconnect safely and together in as we come back to the theater. I think it's a way that we gather again, and gathering is really important, not just for fun, the fun of it and the joy of it, but I think also our health. I think it's a part of, for centuries, how humans have felt connected and like we're a part of something bigger, right? And I think coming together and experiencing this fun piece of theater is not a bad idea. I think you can't go wrong. The worst that could happen is you dance in your seat a little more than you anticipated. Hi, I'm Nina Herzog, and I'm in my Unauthorized Hallmark movie musical. If you'd like to learn more about it, tune into this conversation. I was introduced to my Hallmark movie musical from a wonderful mentor. She started as my voice teacher, and I continue to work with her whenever I get the chance. And her name is Anne Ranulfson. She directed the stage performance of the show, and came on originally working as in the music department of the show. And the last time Anne suggested I look into getting involved in a show, it was to work with Julie Andrews. So this is someone that I so admire and look up to and respect. She's been on Broadway. She's an incredibly articulate, intelligent woman, and I'm lucky to have her as a guide in this creative journey. So when she suggested I look into this piece and audition for the show, I took it very seriously and read the script and saw what she saw, that this is an important, timely piece. And P3 Theater Company stepped in to produce this show, which was really exciting because, we put the performance together. I was a part of the movie musical filming during the pandemic, which was very strange, but is also kind of exciting because now, rather than having a 12-person cast, we have a one-woman show, but many different actors that are a part of telling this story. And so at the time I thought, is theater coming back? And if it does, this sounds like a really good idea, because I know people will be a little bit nervous about big casts. This is a way that it's an ensemble piece, because we filmed it in, a safe filming setting, but then the live experience will just be one actor. And yet all this magic and all of this, the joy that comes with watching a big musical, I think you really still get that in the movie musical meets one woman show kind of mixed media, right? And so it really fascinated me, really intrigued me. And as soon as I read the script and learned the music, I was excited to jump in, and really happy to hear that P3 felt the same upon discovering the story, has decided to support the show and give it some legs and a theater space, which we're very much looking forward to inviting audiences to come experience. My Unauthorized Hallmark movie musical is the story of a writer trying to figure out how to write her own Hallmark movie. And it's during the pandemic. She's been alone in her apartment, and Hallmark is her escape. She's got a day job that pays for the bills and is the responsible thing to do. But this sort of secret, hidden passion, her true joy, is always knocking on the door. And it's about the process of sitting down and getting that done, and finding finding belief in herself, and also in the role of the artist and the importance of that, of taking the time to write and share. And meanwhile, the character that she's writing the writer is writing is Emma, which is the role that I already was in for the Hallmark Movie Musical. There's a filmed portion of that. So you get to see the story unravel, and the heroine, Emma, which I played, is going along somewhat of a parallel journey in that she is discovering her desire for love, her desire to have respect as an artist, to be seen, to be heard, to believe in herself, to act out of belief and unlimited possibility rather than obligation. And together they write a happy ending. You know, Emma and the writer, there's a relationship between writer and the story you're telling. I think every time when a writer sits down and puts pen to paper, you're sort of getting to know yourself as you're getting to know this character. And there's a relationship there that I think also is beautiful to see unfold. Eloise Coopersmith is a really wonderfully articulate person when it comes to, I think, being able to share secrets that a lot of people feel shy about sharing. Her writing is vulnerable and yet powerful, because I think that a lot of strength comes in vulnerability. I mean, aside from the fact that she's clearly very accomplished as an Emmy nominated writer, and you know, has been in this theater world for some time, I've really enjoyed working with her, because when I read her script, everything just feels so natural, like it feels so intimate. And that makes sense, because my character, or when I'm playing the role of the writer is at home alone in her apartment, going through the process, the often rigorous process of trying to write a story. And so I believe that she has a really good sense on this thing that is theater, which is so, you know, can be so showy in a way, but yet having the intimacy and the quietness, and you really feel like you're being let into someone else's world. I think she does that really well. And I just love that she knows how to write a happy ending. Who doesn't need that now? You know, I think it's been such a crazy time. And now more than ever, Hallmark is, you know, booming. And I don't think it's surprising at all. I think we watch really intense media headlines, and all of us have our own struggles and tragedies in life. And sometimes it's just nice to think, you know what? There is love. There is a happy ending. There is a positive, you know, outlook here that I could take and believe in, and write my own story. You know, that's the thing, I think, when you experience this piece of theater, and certainly as a part of it, I hope audiences leave feeling that we are all capable of writing our own stories, and having space for the possibility of that being a happy ending filled with true love, everlasting love, and being able to do what you love and believe in your passion and your gifts, and do something with it and find your voice. I mean, whether you're an artist or a, you know, or anything, I think that's important. And I think Eloise really takes us on that journey and inspires with her writing. I think everyone loves a movie musical, or at least, you know, most people I know. It's that a movie musical is so exciting in that it's like magical, otherworldly escapism, and then mixed with this experience of having a real human being, the writer character, in the room with you, also going through her journey of finding herself. It's just, you kind of get the best of everything. The audience gets the experience of having this polished, beautiful Hallmark movie musical, and also this live theater performance where everything is in the moment, and there's another human letting you into their world, letting you into their process. And I think it's exciting to get to experience all of that at once. I believe that this story is really a fun one for the holiday season. Not that it has a plot line that's Christmas or Hanukkah or New Year's specific, but when we turn on these holiday films or go to see a holiday musical, it's really, yes, the season of magic, the season of festivity, the season where maybe love could happen, where there's hope and joy and this idea of there being peace in the world and in the community, right? These optimistic perspectives that some people only take the time to enjoy during the holidays are definitely here in this story. And I feel that in being a part of this show, I have come to really be inspired by the realization that taking the time to share and connect and tell my story and find my voice is important. And I would love it if everybody who came to see the show left the theater feeling hopeful and like they do matter and their story does matter. And whatever it is that they've been just kind of putting in their back pocket as something that, there's like this little voice telling them that that is probably part of your purpose of why you're here on this earth. You should probably spend some time doing that. But they keep pushing it aside because of obligation and life and bills and things that add up, right? This is the magic season. This is the time when we can pause and be filled with wonder and believe that that is important, that if we do listen to that inner voice and give attention to the things that are calling us in this lifetime, that it's worth it and that it's important. And I would love people to leave feeling inspired and excited to go and start whatever that thing is that they've been fearful of. When I watch my unauthorized Hallmark movie musical with Eloise Coopersmith, the writer, playing the writer, I think it is really inspiring and I feel myself cheering her on all the way. She's so likable. She's so sweet and relatable. And we all want her to believe in herself and make this story come to life and for her to write a happy ending and for her to get one of her own too. When I'm playing the role of the writer, I feel like so in touch with all of the steps that an artist goes through, right? The source of inspiration that strikes and it sounds amazing and you got the best idea ever. And then you sit down to write it and it's hard. It's work. It's time consuming. It's frustrating. It pulls against every insecurity, the thoughts, it's like, in a way, I feel like I've already played the role of Emma where it's the heroine, right? She is kind of fighting her own, the bad guy is sort of herself in a way, not believing, but also this mentor figure that doesn't respect her as an artist. When I'm playing the role of the writer, I'm very aware that the worst enemy is the self-critic. There's a line in the show, self-doubt's a deadly thing. And I think I feel that arc of believing in it, being excited by it, feeling like destroyed by it, just totally frustrated. And then being so elated and happy when the birth of this thing you have created is here and how magical and exciting that is. So I love the experience of going on that ride. I think it is so incredibly powerful when I think about how much our own minds are involved in the life we live, believing that things are going to go terribly today. There's a better chance that it's going to be a bad day, but having some optimism and some hope often does kind of change the way things happen and the way we see things. I think the show is really powerful in its reminder of that we are all writing our own stories and that there is an opportunity for a happy ending, for finding the love we're looking for finding the life we're hoping for. And I really hope that we'll all be in a theater together soon, reminding ourselves of that and getting to experience that and writing something that is joyful. My name is Nina Herzog, and I'm in my unauthorized Hallmark movie musical. I play the role of Emma in the filmed movie musical, and I also have a few performances in December playing the role of the writer. I hope you'll be there and you get your tickets because it's going to be really fun.